Welcome curious souls to Magically Different Mouse. I'm Katie and today we're taking you on a resort tour of Disney's Hotel Santa Fe, one of the value resorts on site and where we've been staying for our latest trip. So let's get exploring. Disney's Hotel Santa Fe, as one of the value resorts on site, is themed to Route 66 and the Cars films. There are 4 different sets of rooms, all themed to different Cars characters. There's Lightning McQueen, Sally, Mater and Luigi. As one of the value resorts on site, this is one of the more basic resorts. Think of smaller rooms and a more basic on-site restaurant, but it's still really good for families. So this is the resort map of Disney's Hotel Santa Fe. You can see it's quite a large resort with the buildings grouped into 4 sets. The reception is here at the front of the resort. That's where you'll enter if you're coming by car or bus. To get to the parks, you can either take the shuttle bus or you can walk down the path to the village and the 2 theme parks. That walk takes about 20 to 25 minutes, depending on how fast you're walking and how much your feet hurt. Random Disneyland Paris fact. Before it had its Cars re-theme, Disney's Hotel Santa Fe had a basic Southwest American theme, and all the buildings were named after particular buildings you find in the Southwest American town. One of them used to be painted bright red and it was called the Bordello Building. Now, I don't think Disney's ever confirmed why they got rid of this building, but it's probably not that hard to guess. Maybe a time when Imagineering trumped common sense. Here inside the porch you'll find the bagagerie or the luggage room. I have probably mispronounced that horribly. Many apologies to our French viewers. Here outside the building on the left hand side as you come in the main entrance is the bus stops. You can get your shuttle bus to the parks. There's also a group reception where large groups check in. Not entirely sure if it is at all the Disney hotels, but it's certainly here at Santa Fe. The reception is located just off the porch. Here in the reception area you'll find concierge for check-in and out desks. And there's also a space for meeting characters. We'll say that all the staff we've met here at the information desk and reception have been absolutely lovely. As you walk off reception, here's the main place for you caffeine addicts out there. It's Starbucks coffee. Oh, hey Pluto! And there's Pluto. I don't think he was getting coffee. But yeah, Starbucks can be extremely busy in the mornings, but it does stay open till 11 PM. Your standard range of Starbucks drinks in here, as well as a few edible items as well. Also in this Starbucks you can get a few mugs, including the ever popular You Are Here mugs from Starbucks, for both the Disneyland Park and the Walt Disney Studios. Next door to Starbucks is the Trading Post. This is the on-site gift shop. You'll find a range of Pixar-themed merchandise, a few little sundries, and some general Disneyland Paris merch. This is also where you do package pickup if you send your packages back to your resort. This is also where you can review your PhotoPass pictures if you want. Then, next door to the Trading Post, you have La Cantina. This is the on-site buffet restaurant. In the morning, this is where you get your breakfast buffet, and in the evening it serves a mixed Tex-Mex buffet. If you have the dine-in plan, this is where you'll come for breakfast each morning. Dotted around the resort you'll find these really cute theming details, such as here. It's the world's smallest volcano, allegedly. Never seen the thing erupt. If anyone ever has, do let us know. One thing to note about Hotel Santa Fe, as it's quite a big resort, each of the different building sections has its own parking. So thankfully you didn't ever have to park too far away from your building. There is also disabled parking positioned nearer to some of the buildings. Now, one thing to note about all the buildings in Santa Fe is they do all look pretty similar. They all seem to be 2, 3 or 4 stories. The way to differentiate between what section you're in is by looking at the trim at the top, because each trim will feature items themed to that character, as well as the character itself. Here we're in the Sally section, so you can see it's Sally and the Cozy Cove Motel next to her. Side note, do we think one of those cactuses is meant to be a hidden Mickey? As you walk between the buildings, you'll find lots of little winding paths. That can help you get you where you need to go in the resort relatively quickly. The downside though is because this resort is large and all the buildings look vaguely similar, it's kind of easy to get lost. Thankfully all the buildings are quite clearly numbered, so hopefully it shouldn't be too hard to find where you're going. If in doubt, if you head towards the top of the resort, you'll find the reception building, and at the bottom you'll find the path that takes you to the parks. One thing I'm enjoying here in the Sally section is the bins seem to match Sally's paint colour. Some of the paths are being themed so they actually look like roads with the yellow lines in the middle. And we've discovered a few of these roundabouts in the middle of the resort. Side note to American friends, here's your chance to learn about how a roundabout works. Ka-chow! We've made it to the Lightning McQueen section. Buildings wise they look very similar to Sally's, except that the trim at the top is different and features Lightning McQueen. And, ever important, red trash can to match Lightning McQueen's paint colour. I just love little Imagineering details like that. Guys, it was all a lie. That wasn't a Molten S'mores volcano. This is. Boom! I think something else to note about this resort is a lot of the trees and plants have been chosen so they look like they could come from the American Southwest as well. But they also need to be able to grow in the climate of France. Now, some of the buildings, like the one we're coming up to, do have external stairways on. However, don't panic, there are lifts inside that people can use. Obviously, if you need an accessible room, do please make that noted on your booking when you book your room, and Disney make sure you're in a room that's fully accessible for your needs. Here at the back of the resort, you'll find the walking path that will take you down to the village and the parks. Those buildings you can see opposite is actually Hotel Cheyenne.
The bins don't give it away.
Welcome to Meta section. Right. Next to Lightning McQueen, we have the Tomato section. Very appropriate as Lightning McQueen's best friend. Again, the buildings look the same, but you can tell the difference on the trim at the top. And again, the trash cans are themed to the area of the resort you're in. For Meta, they're brown. And the final section in Hotel Santa Fe is the Luigi section. No, not him, Mario fans. This is actually the Luigi from the cast film who runs the tyre shop. I did contemplate saying his name in a bad Italian accent, but decided against it. And as with our other sections, themed trash cans, they're yellow for Luigi. And the trim on Luigi's building feature Luigi and his tyre shop, as well as various signs for Route 66 and cactuses, which seem to be on every building. There's also the Leaning Tower of Tyres. You can actually see a recreation of that in the Studios Park. And here we have the highly dangerous cactus because it has to be shut away. Actually, I don't think it's dangerous at all. There's obviously a bit of theming that's left over from Santa Fe from before it's refurbed to the Cars theme. There is a plaque here asking you whether the cactus is real or mirage.
It's a snake.
Another old theming detail, here we have a concrete snake. We actually think you might be able to climb up this and see some nice views of the resort from the top. Honestly, we haven't tried it. Between our bad knees and backs, it just wasn't worth us trying it out. If you've been up there though, do let us know and we'd love to see your pictures from the top. So, that's a resort tour of Hotel Santa Fe. Have you ever stayed here? What do you think of it? Let us know in the comments. If you like this video, be sure to visit us at magicallydifferentmouse.com. Please also subscribe to our channel and ding that alert bell so you always get notified when we post a new video. Now, we've got a lot more Disneyland Paris to explore, so we're heading off. And we look forward to seeing you real soon. Bye bye.